Cindy Byer here with the Pilates Point. How do you like your eggs? Scrambled? I like them scrambled. I like omelets too. But today, we're gonna make them sunny side up in our Plank Week Challenge. What does that mean? Shoot. Well, we're not really making eggs, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna reverse our plank. Typically, our plank is done when we're in our face down position. Hands are down, our elbows are down, and we're looking to the floor. So in our sunny side up Plank Week Challenge, instead of being in that position, we're gonna be facing up, thus the name. How are we gonna do that? Well, stick around with me and I'll show you just how to do that. I appreciate you guys joining me on a regular basis to get these workouts in. We've gotten them a little bit shorter for you because that was by fan request. So we've been trying to shorten them down to maybe 10 to 15 minutes at most. This way you can actually string multiple of them together to get a full-blown workout when you have that time. But for now, I'm going to teach you how to do a sunny side up plank. What we're going to do is we're going to start just in a sitting position and we're going to roll backwards. The key piece of all of these planks is going to be making sure your alignment of your pelvis is dead on. You want it lined up with your shoulders. So when we're sitting, we're going to start there. Then we're going to go into what we've done several times before, a half roll back. You're going to roll back behind your tailbone. So you're going to round that spine here, roll back. My hands are going to just simply reach back to the floor so they're straight. But notice there's not a lot of weight in them. There will be in a minute, but I don't want to shift all my weight into my hands. I don't want to shift the weight into my feet. I want to pull the weight up from my tail. So be careful not to have your legs so wide. I like to have mine more, a little bit closer together, whatever's comfortable for you. So you're gonna hold that position. Then what we wanna do is slide our feet further away from our body because we need some space, right? Elbows will be straight on this. Then, for this initial position, it's going to be like a shoulder bridge, but we're not on our shoulders. It's an upright bridge or a reverse plank. You're going to lift your bum, then you're going to shift your hips up towards the ceiling, your knees will come forward, and your chest will open up. Now, I don't have a lot of weight in my hands. I can still bend and straighten my elbows, but I want to have my hips lifted so you can see the line from my top of my leg to my shoulders. Then I'm going to lower my hips down slowly. If you need to, you can always come up and shake out your hands. If you're putting a lot of weight in your hands, that's when you're going to feel that strain on your wrist. You could do these on your elbows, but today I'm showing them to you with the arms straight. You're going to roll back again, hands come back. We're going to add into this. So from here, again, you want to initiate from the pelvis, not just lifting, but moving the body forward because I need some space for my torso. So those of you with longer torsos, you're going to have your legs further out from your bottom in order to fit. You're going to lift your hips up, your knees come forward, your chest opens, you look towards the ceiling. Very nice. Then you're going to lower the pelvis down and come towards the floor. Some of you guys go, well, this is similar to doing a dip. Yes, but my elbows are staying straight throughout. So lift your hips back up from here and hold. Now, what we want to do is we're going to practice lifting our heels. You see how I can lift my heels? But there's not a change in the height of my hips. Go ahead and do that now. But now, after you've done a couple of those, what you're going to do is you're going to add both heels lift at the same time and drop down. Now you're going to start to feel the back of your legs, your hamstrings, kicking on a little bit more. And I'm starting to shake. Hopefully you guys are too. Drop your heels and then drop down. Go ahead and come up and rest the arms for a moment. We're going to do that one more set. You don't need to do a whole lot of sets of any at one exercise to get the benefit. What you want to do is a series of exercises on a regular basis, repeatedly, to get the most results, as opposed to let me go to fatigue completely on one type of move. Go ahead and bring your arms back, because we're going for total body work, not just for biceps or triceps or glutes or something like that. All right, again, going right back up into our reverse plank or our sunny side up plank, and you're going to lift your hips up again, and then from here you're going to lift your heels, and then lower, and lift, and lower. Just do one more here, and lower, because I don't want to fatigue you too much. Lower back down. Let your arms rest for a moment. If you're not used to doing these open-chested planks, you might find it's a little bit more challenging for you because we have this tendency of going in this direction so much. So while we're doing these and we're opening that chest up, you might find that you're a little bit tight through the pecs or even into the arms. That just means you want to do this position a little bit more often, until which time your body gets used to opening itself up. All right, so we're going to add into that. So we're going to go back into that position, and we're going to lift your hips back up from here. So now instead of just lifting the heels, you're going to lift one foot all together, drop it back down, lift the other foot, and drop it back down. Notice what happens is there's a change in which my body struggles. In the back of my legs, not just in there, but I start to shake because I'm shifting one foot to the other, and I'm shaking, and I'm like, I don't know why I'm shaking. All I'm doing is lifting a leg. That feeling, put it in the back of your head, is what I call the stupid hard feeling, which means all I'm doing is being in this position. I'm lifting one leg, then the other, but I don't feel an increase of intensity anywhere on my body, except my body is shaking. It's so stupid that it's that hard. All right, we're gonna do that one more time so you can get a chance to get that one right. You're gonna lift your hips back up. From here, lift one foot, then the other, and then up, and then down. Last one on each side, lift and lower. Notice that my pelvis is not dropping anywhere throughout. It really works your glutes, your adductors, and your core, along with the muscles on your back to prevent you from rotating. All right, we're gonna add into that one again. This time, we're gonna lift back up, and we're gonna straighten that leg that is lifted. So we're gonna come back to this position. Lift your hips back up from here. Take one leg, reach it straight. Bring it back down. Reach the other leg straight. We're not going up to the ceiling, we're just going straight out and then back down. You might feel your hamstring, like I just did, kick on, especially on my right leg. It just wants to grab. That means I'm losing my adductors and my glutes. Go ahead and lower down. What that means is that I need to think. Pull my legs towards each other. Squeeze them in, even though one leg is lifted. That way my inner thighs start to work. All right, we're gonna try that one more time. These are hard. I'm not gonna lie to you. These are a challenge, and I'm sweating right now when I'm doing it. Go ahead and lift your hips up from here. Take one leg, reach it out straight. Bring it down, bring the other leg straight. Really think of the inner thighs pulling towards each other as you lift that leg. One more here, lift and reach, come in, lower down from there. A lot of times you're watching this, sitting on the couch going, oh, let me see what she's doing today. And you don't get down on the floor to join me because you think, oh, that's nothing. If you get down and do this one, you'll be surprised at how challenging this is. So for those of you who are doing this with me, thank you so much and congratulations, because this is really difficult to do. Okay, we have one more aspect, one more challenge to do. You can still do what you've been doing, but what we're gonna do is instead of having the knees bent, we're gonna go and have them straight. But to do that, we need some space. So what I'm gonna have you do is reach your legs out in front of you. Then you're going to roll backwards behind your tailbone. So my legs aren't all the way straight, they're still bent, but I'm also going to turn my hips to the side. This will protect your knees. So when you go up straight, you're not sinking back into the back side of your knee because of the weight of the legs. You can do everything we've done already with your knees bent, but I'm going to start here. So not only am I going to have my legs out, lengthened a little bit, but still bent, and roll back, I'm actually going to roll back until my elbows bend. So it's like I'm leaning back towards the floor, all right? And this is where I want to start. What's going to happen from here when my heels are together, my knees are pointing out to the side, but their feet are still touching and my legs are still touching. What I'm going to do from here is I'm going to lift to straighten my elbows at the same time as I'm going to push back and up to straighten my legs. Then I'm going to bend my knees and my elbows as my pelvis drops. You might sit there and go, oh, that's just a dip. Yep. But how many of you guys do them right? I'm just asking. This is what you want to do. You're not just going down and up into the elbows. You want it to stem from the core to get the biggest benefit. So let's do it again. All you're going to do, you're going to sit back, roll back, lean down. My weight is not really in my hands right now. But when I go to straighten up, I'm straightening my legs and my hands and lifting my pelvis at the same time. Let's go and do this. So I'm going to start to straighten my elbows, my legs push back but up at the same time. So you see, I don't shift backwards very far. Then I'm going to bend my knees and my elbows and come back to the start. Let's do 3 more. I'm going to lift by straightening my elbows and my legs and lifting my pelvis up, and then bend the elbows and the knees and dropping the pelvis. 2 more here. Lift, inhale at the top just to take a deep breath in. I need the breath as I'm talking and holding my breath as I'm moving. And then just do 1 more here. Lift, opening up that chest from here, lifting up and lowering down and resting. And you guys just did the perfect sunny side up plank workout. So thanks so much for joining me today. You can always watch more of these on my YouTube channel. Just remember to subscribe and come back again tomorrow for another plank week workout. Thank you.